Welcome back, you sneaky beavers. It's time for some MLG CoD League Season 1 playoffs. We're going into Game 4, Nate Shot, and SB is up right now over Complexity once again.
Yeah, they're playing very well. I got to watch the match. I didn't catch the first map, but the second two I did see. They had the very good tempo on Warhawk Blitz. You know, that's a map they're very good at we saw at the Optic Land, and then we saw at Champs. But I want to look for Complexity to come out of the gates hot on Strike Zone Domination. This is playing right into their playstyle. Fast-paced, aggressive, just winning pure gunfights, and they got to come out strong if they want to keep it in the series.
Now, Dito has been a monster. We saw him playing that goal line defense at the end of Blitz. He also was very strong in the first round of Domination in Game 1. I'm looking for him to have another big game because when they faced off against Complexity on Strike Zone back at the U.S. Championship, he got, I believe, 5 different doubles or triples in a single round of Domination. Can he stay hot? Because you know Complexity, they're about to be playing angry.
Yeah, you're going to be looking at Dito. I'm actually going to be looking at Apathy because in the series that he played against Curse LV, he absolutely destroyed. Censor as well. He dropped 23 kills and 7 deaths against Curse LV with over 5 captures. So Censor and Apathy are the players to watch for on my part. Dito could be yours as well, and obviously Complexity is really no stranger to this situation. I think everyone's going to be keeping an eye on that.
And I believe, actually, this is the map Saints dropped 40 kills on earlier in the weekend on Friday. So we'll see if he can do that once again. Off the break, it's all Cole in B. Dito finally going to secure that A flag, and now he's going to be pushing up. One player contesting in the kitchen is going to win the gun battle. Let's see, can Censor stay alive long enough for this flank to work?
Yeah, and it's pretty chaotic right now on the minimap. If you guys look at the top left, they have a player at C. They had someone in the middle of the courtyard, but Complexity stopped that very quickly. You should be able to get this kill on C if they go back, but they're getting that mid-step spawn, trying to come help him top pro shop. But Censor, you can see, charging the middle of the map, almost picks up a kill, but does get taken out right after.
Saints up top is going to be looking after C. You see him going down for control. Can he get it? One player to his right. There is a big one-on-one win. And now it's going to be Crim6 pushing for Complexity, trying to regain this position. They do have the bar still locked down early on, 15-10 for Complexity.
And Crim6 doing what he does best right there. A huge two-piece to stop them from capturing C. He even hit-fired, pre-fired that white truck and picked up that second kill. And he's still on a tear with a nice headshot. He's going on a 3-kill streak right now, and he's getting pretty aggressive over by the middle of the map. Picks up another one. Going to be wrapping back towards C when he gets on it and see if he can pick up this kill.
Oh my goodness.
And that hip fire does connect, but he ends up dying, and Censor may be able to cap this.
Yeah, I want to stay on board with Crim for a bit because I have a feeling he's just getting heated up now. You can see him. He's at 5-2 with 2 captures already. Some big plays being made. Getting cut down short before he can get to A. It's going to be up to Karma to go after C once again.
Yeah, Crim6 has some pretty bad timing right there. Karma with a nice win, but he's going to face a lot of adversity as he tries to get on C. A lot of players pushing back for him. He might have some help top C, but Complexity is trying to work out a B to get this 2-cap back and try and take the lead.
Another 2-piece for Krim is going to clear the way for C control. Meanwhile, you got Eggs trying to lock down the middle of the map. He goes down, calls it out to TP. TP can't handle it. Saints now with the 2-piece is going to be attacking B.
Yeah, he answered right back there very quickly with that Vector red dot. And I've seen him switch back and forth, but he seems to be very comfortable with this weapon on this specific map. Dito even rocking it as well, picks up a nice kill. Aches ends up taking him out, and Saints with another huge gunfight against Aches, and he's catching fire too, 96 with 1 capture.
Look at our scoreboard, Matt. We got 36-37. As Strictly Business has brought it within 1 point. Can they retake the lead here? Complexity has held it since the first 5 seconds when they captured B.
And Saints with a nice rotation through Kitchen to pick up that kill. He's playing so well, and the nasty
Saints!
3-piece. That is all 4 dead for Complexity. That was an absolute phenomenal play. He's going to be trying to spawn shove down at bottom C stairs now. Almost picks up the kill, but Karma answering right back.
All right, now you killed all 4 Complexity. You can't get the spawn trap. What do you do here with B and A control?
When you have B and A, all you really want to do is try and pick up those kills and try and send them back to C stairs. And if you can't do that, I would try and rotate through to C because Complexity right here already made it back to A. And now they're just kind of trapping them at front door where they had such an advantage when they had 4 dead, but they didn't rotate the right way. They tried to go back for A. They should have pushed through to C. That triangle rotation, and Complexity now has control.
Crim6 is beasting it on these top stairs. Just got 2 big kills. Looking for a third now. More players coming out of that front door. There's his 3rd kill. Looking for number 4. A second. two-piece here from Krim in this life.
And honestly, it's so tough to be a player in the middle of the game knowing when you need to just give up a flag and rotate through. So I understand what SB was going through. But we have a tie game with 1 minute and 20 seconds left.
Wow.
TP just picking up an assist. He's going to have 2 players charging him at top C stairs. But he has support from Karma with a nice two-piece. And we're going kill for kill right now. So many players making so many different plays. This is a joy to watch, to be honest with you.
This is really freaking good Call of Duty right here. You got Saints, long-range Vector, not so good. Apathy trying to do work from the kitchen, gets one, looking for more, knows they're to his right, but there's one right behind him as well. Dito's got to have some pressure coming his way at B. Meanwhile, Complexity, they have AC control, happy to sit back and wait for them to try and push out.
Yeah, they have this 7-point lead right now, and they're just going to try and build it, see if they can get as many points as they can in the last minute. If they hold this 2-cap for the rest of the time, they should build a significant lead going into the second side.
Here.
Yeah, Crim6 and all of Complexity are just going off right now. The last minute, they are making plays to try and win this game convincingly.
You know, Krim was 9-8 at one point. He is going to finish 9-7 at one point. Going to finish 16-8. Went huge for a bit. Aches trying to lock it down at the end. Final 20 seconds, a 13-point advantage for Complexity. How many will they finish with?
I mean, it looks like it's going to be a 15 or 16-point lead here. And to be honest with you, Revan and I talked about this so much this weekend. When you look at a lead on the first side of domination, you really have to compare it to the size of the map. So Strike Zone, which is really hard to come back on, it's very difficult to rack up points, significant points, just because it's so easy to rotate and trade flags. So the lead that Complexity has right now, I would say more or less on a map like Octane or Freight could be like a 25 to 30-point lead.
Really?
It's significant. It really is. If SB wants a chance of bringing this back, they're going to have to come out the next side very hot, pick up some kills, and try and get Complexity in a spawn trap. But it's pretty difficult to do when you have all 4 players on Complexity who are just amazing slayers.
Can they do it if SB wins this game? We'll be going to another best of 5. If Complexity wins it, they have a chance to close out the series in Game 5 after this. So one side of domination down. We're going at it one more time here on Strike Zone, switching spawns. Who has the more advantageous spawn off the break here on Strike Zone? Is it pretty even, or is there one side with definitely a better
Well, if
break?
You're spawning C-side, you actually get to B flag before the other team. You'll get to that front door, but a lot of teams have kind of switched up their opening breakoffs. A lot of teams will send somebody middle stairs or even flank closet. But going into this next side, I believe SB does have the advantage. They have that C spawn. They're going to be pushing into B, but actually, I'm going to say this very quietly because I've seen their breakout quite a few times on this map. What they like to do is send 2 SMGs middle map, and then they flank the front door if they pick up those kills middle stairs. So it'd be curious to see if they've switched up their strategy in the last couple weeks or if they're going with the same exact
Who's
breakout.
my player to watch?
I think we need to watch Saints. Because he is the type of guy who can win almost any gunfight he gets himself into, and if he's going to be the one pushing middle stairs, which I think he is, it might be Dito and Apathy, but
keep an eye.
Yeah, just watch the mini map off the rip, and then we'll find out who we need to watch.
Sounds good. So the game getting loaded up, 13 points. You said definitely decent lead when it comes
in my
to a small
opinion,
map.
You know, other pro players might disagree, but when you have a small map like Strike Zone, with how often you switch flags, 2 caps back and forth, I feel like a lead like that should, add like +5 or +10 points to that. That's just my opinion. Revan seemed to agree with me, so maybe I'm not too crazy.
Yeah, if you and Revan are on the same page, I'm going to go with it. Off the break, I want to see Apathy and Saints. Where do they go? These guys have been really huge in crucial situations for SB.
I'm calling it right now. I think they're going to still do it. You have Saints. I think he's pushing top hall, and then 2 players that are going to push right through. And they might flank front door. A big kill going down at A, but Complexity holds them off.
There's flank on one side. Meanwhile, Apathy sneaks in through kitchen. Shots going down. Can he finish? Support coming in. Headshot there as he takes out the player right over the shoulder. Nice cover fire from Sensor as well. B control off the break. This is what they were hoping for.
Yeah, this is exactly what they needed. We were talking about it before it started. They had to come out hot. They got a nice 3-piece to get that 2-cap. But Complexity, as you can see, is already on the rotation, and they're going to have a really good possibility of getting C right now. It's actually going to be uncontested. Saints and Sensor doing exactly what they need to do. Rotate out. One's going to cut middle stairs. The other one's going to hop on A. And this guy who's in middle courtyard with a huge 2-piece, Aches doesn't even know how big he just went for his team.
Ooh.
And another going down for SB, so that's 3 dead with 2 players spawning up.
Aches going large. keeping the 2-cap in favor of Complexity now, and you can see Complexity taking the lead 14-12. Aches just watching over as Dito getting some help from Sensor, finally clearing the way at A. They'll be able to recap that, or will they? More shots coming in. Sensor gonna fall as well. Apathy, the only man standing.
Crim6 just doing an amazing job of holding him off A from Courtyard. You know, he has such an amazing gun skill that when you put him in any position like he was in just then, that two-piece means the world to his team. And Saints with a nice headshot on Aches had the headshot given from Apathy, and now Apathy's going to be pushing forward through front door as Complexity hops on A.
Here comes a 3-man push to A. Some protection from Courtyard, and it looks like Karma's going to get 2. Sensor gets Karma, and now a big kill up top will resecure A. 3 players coming off spawn, 2 coming out the front door of Bar. Another big kill from Dito. Can the teammate Apathy get the kill? No. Dito now about to get pinched. More kills coming down. Crim6 starting to heat up at A.
What I'd like to see Complexity do right now, even though SB looks like they're shifting which flags they're pushing for, I want to see them push out that front door and trying to hold the cut before they try and fight off of A. It's just too difficult to fight players at the top A stairs when you don't have any height advantage or any map positioning.
I'm looking here for Aches to try and defend C. Not going to happen. Let's go over to a player in the Courtyard. It's Karma going for the double. Not going to happen. Crim6 is going to rotate back to B, make sure that's secure. Now they cleared out C. They have B control 100% lockdown. Do you go for the 3-cap at A? How do you set up to pinch the A spawn?
It's tough. Going for a 3-cap on this map is almost impossible in my opinion. I still haven't seen a team perfect it with just how much you spawn out and how close you spawn to home flags or B flag, whatever it may be. It's just too difficult. And I mean, if you look at the scoreboard right now, the reason why this game is so close is because nobody's really having like a breakout slaying game. I mean, you have Karma who's going 13-7, who's giving all his team the help he can. But we have a really tight match with 2 minutes left, and Complexity is up by 2, which in reality is an 18-point lead.
And I said 13 earlier. It's actually 16-point advantage as you see on your scoreboard. We'll see how that plays into effect. Remember, Complexity, they brought it. Can they do it again? Right now, TP and friends doing some damage. 3 down for Cole, though, and Sensor now clearing the way to C. Can he get this kill, too? No, he will be shut down. Dito from mid-stairs going to call that out to Apathy.
Yeah, I'd be worried if I was SB. I'd be a little careful because they were pushing pretty far in the spawn. Thankfully, SB or Complexity still got that C spawn, but they made their way into B flag, and we're going to see a capture here go down as SB tries to make up for it and either push mid hall or try and get him in kitchen at B. And Sensor is actually going to be pushing B, trying to get this cutoff for his teammates at Closet. As Complexity is getting that C spawn, we're going to have a big kill right there on Crim6. And Complexity is trying to get as aggressive as possible. And Sensor is doing an amazing job of holding out Closet and holding down this cut. But look for Complexity on your mini-map. Going to be making that A push as they got that middle step spawn.
Sensor realizes that they're going A. He's going to try and contest at C. One player up top kills him. Everyone else over at A, except no, Sensor has one player spawning to his right somehow. And he was going to have to defend himself, won't be able to do it. Saints rotating to A, making sure that's in their control. 76-66. It is a 10-point game here in the second side, 16 overall.
Yeah, so with 30 seconds left, they're going to probably get 6 points, which is going to leave them at, what is that, a 18-point lead, so they can win the game right now.
Absolutely. SB is not out of this. They could force a second best of 5. Big kills need to be scored by Dito. 2 players pushing him in bar. Won't be able to get it. Saints now rotating up. Sensor cut down from behind.
And that's 4 dead
no
for SB.
grenade, all falling. Look at this score, a 15-point advantage for SB in the second side. 1 point overall.
Complexity's going to take it.
Jeez.
That was absolutely unbelievable. SB, although they do look frustrated, they almost brought that back. They had amazing plays. I hope they don't get down on themselves and have like a positive outlook going into search and destroy because they almost brought that back.
Yeah.
I was trying to do some math in my head, but you know, with that 3 push that they did straight into B, they came up clutch, and that's just what Complexity does. They did it to us at Champs, and they just did it again right there.
The 4 down at the end, too.
It was.
So soul-crushing.
It's unbelievable. And when they know they need to clutch up, they just do it. It's honestly like they all have another perk that just gives them the ability to win every situation they get themselves into. So now we're going to go into search and destroy, and Game 5 S&D is what Complexity does.
Let the world know, Matt. Does Cole finish it right here, or are we going to another best of 5?
Well, they did beat us 6-0 at Champs in Map 5, so I would not be surprised if they came out of the round with a couple in a row, and they're going to be playing really well going into Game 5. That's just where they thrive.
All right, well, Team Clayshot will be bringing you the commentary. I'm going to get set up with the microphone just in case we need to do some award ceremonies. Guys, don't go anywhere. The grand finals of the MLG CoD League Season 1 continues when we return.
Bye.